Hello, and welcome to Mechwarrior Online. I have finally refined my Stormcrow D into something that I enjoy playing quite a bit, and it's working out really well for me as well. I am not a huge fan of the Stormcrows. My biggest problem is I think the weapons are too low, and the cockpit is too low. I mean, look where this cockpit is. I mean, Jesus. It's like in the center torso, lower center torso of the mech. The only thing that has a worse center of gravity for the cockpit is probably either an adder or a cougar, and at least the cockpit's a little bit higher on those. But this build is actually working out for me very, very well, and I'm very pleased with its performance. I started out doing 3 ATM 6s, and then I figured out in a couple matches that I wasn't having enough self-defense weapons with 2 SRM 6s. So now I have 3 SRM 6s and 2 ATM 9s. And originally I had 2 ATM 12s and 3 SRM 6s, but I didn't have enough ammo for the ATMs or the SRMs. I had a really stellar match at Grim Plexus, but I ran out of ammo and became a liability. And then I became ashes on the battlefield. So let me show you what I've got going on this thing. By the way, don't you just love this paint scheme? I do. So this is an all missile build platform, and this is the original omnipods that are on here. So I'm getting all the original skills. So I'm going to start off with showing what the quirks are with this before I get into the rest of it. So XP bonus plus 2.5, missile cooldown minus 10%, missile velocity plus 5%, missile heat generation minus 10%. So survivability on the left arm and the right arm, it's really good, plus 11. But on basically everything else except for the right leg and the left leg, it's plus 5, which is really not that impressive. So center torso, left torso, right torso, plus 5. This basically screams clan mech. But it is nice that it has a little bit better on the legs and the arms. In addition, this has target decay duration, plus 1. Which is great if you're dealing in a LRM build. And I did run this for a while with 3 LRM 15s, and that was actually really fun. And I was running it with Artemis. But once again, I just kept running out of ammo for the LRMs and for the SRMs. So I started switching it around, and then I came up with this build that's really worked. I had an ATM 12 and an ATM 9, and I was like, you know what? I should just forego it and go with 2 ATM 9s, and then I can load up with as much ammo as I need. So now I have 3 tons of SRM ammo, and then I've got, what do we got here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.5 tons of ammo for the ATM 9s. And this really plays really well. I'm very pleased with the performance of this. And so with the ATM 9s and the 3 SRM 6s, this gives me a firepower theoretically of 72. And if you know anything about ATMs, or you've watched even one of my videos, you know that ATMs deliver much more than what they say. So these deliver 12 damage each. So we're just going to set 36 aside. And then each one of these in optimum range is going to do 22. So 44 plus 36 is 80. So that is better than 72. And that's in the optimum range. So when the SRMs are going to do damage, and you fire these at the same time, which you can do, because we talk about the heat management now. The heat management is 1.4. You can do an alpha strike on this with all the weapons in optimum range and do 80 damage. And that's going to do wonders to any mech. Even a Fafnir is going to be like, whoa, what the hell was that? that's going to take people by surprise. So you have a 72 damage based on maximum ranges of each one of the weapons, but that's not an alpha strike, because the alpha strike, when you fire the ATMs outside of, or if you fire the SRMs outside of their optimum range, they're not going to do very much damage, like none, because outside of optimum range there is nothing. So they're going to do 12 damage all the way out, in this case, to 280 meters. Or actually 310, I'm sorry, 310 meters. And then these ones are going to go all the way out in their optimum range to 200 and... Wow, that's actually quite a bit better. 281. Is that right? Yeah. So all the way out at 281, we'll just say 280. They're going to do their optimum damage, which is 22 apiece. So that's really nice. As far as armament goes, I am maxed out everywhere except for the head on armor. And I'm only running 2 in the left and right torso and 3 in the center torso, because this doesn't have a lot of twist capability. So it's hard to twist away to stay alive. But you can do pretty well if you're really careful. Consumables. 2 cool shots and a UAV. Where has anyone heard that before? Now, even though I have 1.4 heat management, I decided, since I don't need it really anywhere else, I decided to get close to maxing out on heat management, range, velocity, all the missile features, armor hardening, density, a little bit extra on reinforced casing, a little bit of overheat damage protection just in case. Cool run, heat containment, absolutely. Seismic sensor, a must. Radar deprivation and sensor range is really, really wonderful. Advanced zoom, because this is an ATM build of mine. And of course my 3 consumables. And basically how I'm firing this is the left arm is going to do the most damage, because I've got it set up on button 1 with the left arm doing these 2 SRMs and then the right arm doing the SRM in the other side. That way I can peek around corners a little bit better. And then the 2 ATM-9s are out there on button 3. And that gives this thing a really good run. And if you wait 15 minutes, you'll see the match following this match, or this video here. And if you're watching this later on, just look for the link at the end of the video. Anyway, I hope you enjoy this, and I hope you enjoy the videos that are coming up. This thing really delivers on the promise of dishing out lots and lots of damage. And it's not a bad-looking mech overall. It's just kind of quirkily built. It kind of looks like this should have been higher up, and then they said, you know what, we'll slide this thing down and put it there, and you know, it's what it is. But the nice thing is, because of where the cockpit is, it is in line with the arms. So if you can see it, you can probably shoot it.